I know I wrote a book, right? It's called Buy a Game, and it's free. Click the link down there, you got it.
DreAllDay.com.
But everybody, we talking about asking. And y'all know I talk about sales all the time. I'm a sales person. If you had to sum up everything I do, I produce and I sell. I produce things and then I go out and sell them in the marketplace. And each one of you is a salesperson, whether you want to be or not. You know, one of the dumbest things I ever hear people say, and I hear people say this to me all the time. They say, well, Dre, no, I don't want to do anything that has anything to do with sales. I'm not a good salesperson. I don't like sales. I don't want to be involved in any type of work that has anything to do with selling. Anybody who says that has no idea. They don't even understand their own lives. Because if you think that you don't want to do anything, if you think that you're not good at sales, that you probably aren't good at sales, you're probably right. But if you don't want to be involved in anything that has anything to do with sales, then you can't be alive. You can't be a human being. You know, to get another woman or man attracted to you, if you put on clothes, if you put on makeup, if you wash your face, if you take a shower, if you buy nice clothes, if you go to the gym and work out to get in good shape, you're selling. You're shining up yourself, your product, which is you, to get people to buy, which is buy in, pay money, pay attention, be interested, think you're funny, think you're nice, think you should be hired for this job. All of that is sales. And the thing about sales is when you're selling, since each one of us is always selling, whether you think you're selling or not, the challenge that most salespeople, I'm gonna say most salespeople have, because everybody's a salesperson. So the challenge that most people have in life is that even though they're selling, and even though you might have a great product and everything, is that a lot of people never ask for the sale. A lot of people don't finish the sale because they never ask for the sale. They never ask, hey, are you going to do this? Do you want to get this? Do you want to buy this product? Do you want to go on a date with me? Do you want to be my boyfriend or whatever it is going to be? You have to ask for the sale, anything that you're doing in life. If you don't ask for the sale, then you can't ever get the sale. And some people come to me and they say, well, Dre, why didn't I get this? Why didn't I get this? Why didn't I get that? Why did I try out for this team and it didn't work out? Why did I try this and it didn't work out? Why did I go out for this job and I didn't get the offer? Why did I go to this interview and they didn't call me back? Why did I start this business and it doesn't seem anybody's interested in my product or nobody's interested in my service? It's probably because you're not asking enough people to buy it. See, just because you got a product and you're in business and you got something to offer doesn't mean people are supposed to line up to buy it. And even if they do line up to buy it, they still going to need to be asked to sell if they're going to buy. What's going on in my comments? All right, do we got to get rid of some people? All right, then let's get rid of a couple people. Is there anybody else in the comments that need to be gotten rid of? Let me know. Point yourselves out so I can get rid of you now. All right, if there's somebody need to be getting rid of, we'll do it. I'm equal opportunity here. This is Dre all day you talking to. All right, we good? Cool. All right, if anybody else need to be removed, let me know. We'll get them out of here. You're preparing a PowerPoint presentation. Well, that's what's up. Keep working. You shouldn't even be on Periscope. You should probably be working. But anyway, back to the topic. If you don't ask enough people to buy what you're selling, then that's the reason why you're not getting enough sales. And if you ask enough people and they're not buying, then you just got to change your ask. You see, if you ask the wrong questions, you're going to get the wrong answers. And if you never ask the questions, you can't get answers at all. See, sometimes in life, people ask questions, but they're asking the wrong questions. They're getting bad answers. See, if you ask the wrong question, like, hey, why does this keep happening to me? When something that you don't like happens, you say, why does this keep happening to me? You're going to get a bad answer. So people are going to tell you, well, your brain is going to tell you it's happening to you because you're unlucky. It's happening to you because people don't like you. It's happening to you because politics. It's happening to you because you're short. It's happening because you're Chinese. It's happening because you're black, or whatever the situation happens to be. So you got to make sure in life that you're asking yourself the right questions. When you ask the wrong questions, you're going to get the wrong answers. You ask better questions, you get better answers. I'm going to write a book about that. I'm writing a book about that actually this year that's going to come out, about asking yourself better questions so in turn you can get better answers. Let me take any questions. If anybody got a question, go ahead and post your question. I'll take your questions. This is Dre all day you talking to right now. We're just talking about asking. Making sure that you ask enough. If you ask, it's been said that if you ask 100 people for anything that you want in life, you're going to ask 100 people for it, you are guaranteed to get it. Most people never get past the first ask. A lot of people never even ask the first time. They tell themselves no. So they never even ask anybody. But if you're willing to ask 100 people for anything, you'll get it. So if you got a hat, an old beat up hat that you've been wearing every day for 10 years and you ask 100 people to buy it off you for $10, somebody's gonna buy it. Anything. Do I think anybody can be a great basketball player if they work hard enough? Yes, because hard enough is relative. So the answer to your question is yes. Hard enough for me might be different than hard enough for you. So if you work hard enough, quote unquote, enough for you to become great, then yes. The answer is actually within the question. So I didn't make one basketball team. I'm going to just try to make 5, 10 more, relatively speaking. Yeah, you can also improve your skills. So that'll improve your chances of making the team. Don't forget about that part. If you ain't got no skills, you can try out for 10 teams and you still won't make it. If you try out for 100, you'll probably find a team that's weak enough to take you. Another what book? Might buy a game? I heard you say something, a book about might buy a game. What kind of book did you say? What about it? Yeah, I know what the book is, but I'm asking you what kind of book you're talking about. It's always the 76ers. Well, the 76ers are pro team. I don't think the Sixers aren't a bad team. They bad in the NBA. They're not bad relative to the average basketball player. That's still the top 1% in the world. So the rec league version of the 76ers. The skills there, you're just using an example. All right, I hear you. What's going on? Yeah, what about it? I'm gonna write another one. I didn't live 2 lives, I only lived one. What's some things we can work on when we aren't working out in basketball? You work on the mental game. Read my book called The Mental Handbook. I mean, great, thank you. You saw the TED Talk, thank you. When I think about a person go when they're dead, they just going LOL weird. I don't know. When you die, I guess you'll find out, and you can let everybody know what happens. I have no idea. Since we don't know, I guess the idea should be to get as much done as you can while you're alive. You're about to go watch it. It's on my website. You just go to dreallday.com. You get buy a game for free on there too. I don't know. People use LOL all the time. Oh, the overseas book will come out. I ain't finished writing it yet. It's gonna be a very long book, so it's not done. It'll come though. What would I rate the jump manual? Well, it depends on who's using it. So if you get a jump manual to somebody who ain't gonna do the work, then it's a 0. You give it to somebody who's gonna follow the program and do everything it says, it's a 10. So really, you tell me what it is. Overseas, I got a book called The Overseas Basketball Blueprint. That book is a guidebook for somebody who wants to play overseas. Someone was asking me about a book that's about my time playing overseas, like a story, a memoir, so to speak. That book has not been written yet because I'm not done writing it. But that will come. That's not going to be this year. That'll be later. But it will come. But if you're a player that wants to play overseas, Overseas Basketball Blueprint is pretty much exactly what it says. A blueprint for you to play overseas. You love the first book? Well, you know I wrote 6 more that you can get on Amazon.com right now. I think I could have made it. Who knows? We're going to go off what actually happened. No, I don't smoke. I don't do any drugs. I don't drink either. Finished volume 0. Yeah, it's a long book. The physical copies, we're looking over the physical copies now, so the physical will be available within the next week or 2. Unless there's something wrong with it, then we got to send it back to press. What made me stop? I chose to stop. Nothing made me stop. I chose to stop. You reading the Super You? That's my book on confidence. In high school, none. Everything I read was read exactly when it needed to be read. If it was later or if it was earlier, it don't matter. Any books that I recommend reading, if you go to dreallday.com/read, I got a list of recommended books. If you play it overseas, you never stop. Well, you got to start first. You got to start to never stop. So then once you get over there, then we'll see. What I will say is, in life, things look a lot different from the outside looking in than they look from the inside looking out. But you'll find out if you ever start. If you ever start, you'll find out for yourself. Don't take my word for it. Zig Ziglar snap. Well, you know you can listen to the whole thing. Don't just enjoy the snap. That's 15 hours of sales training that he was given on those tapes. 16 hours, all on sales. So if you listen to that whole thing, you'll know everything you need to know about selling anything. Come to Vegas to train. I don't need to go to Vegas to train. I can train wherever I'm at. Anyway, I'm coming to Vegas to train if you pay him. You send a PayPal, Dre@DreAllDay.com. I need a flight, hotel, food, and my hourly pay. Actually, it's going to be a lump sum. It ain't going to be by the hour. Do I like Obama? Yeah, why not? Come to Cali anytime soon? Yeah, I'm being in Cali this summer on business. Weightlifting or plyometrics. If you're an athlete, you should be doing both. If you play a sport, rather, you should be doing both. Why would you pick one or the other? And if you know about both, why would you not do one of them? That just don't even make any sense. I mean, you ain't no real athlete. If you know about ways to get better and you ain't doing both, you ain't no athlete. All right, take one more question before we wrap up. This is Dre All Day y'all talking to. Should I be lifting weights at 15? Does it stunt growth? It doesn't stunt growth, but you need some advice, not advice, but guidance from somebody who knows what they're doing. So if you don't know what you're doing, which it sounds like you don't, you need to talk to somebody who does. So lifting weights, your age doesn't matter. It just matters if you know what you're doing. You could be 27 and not know what you're doing, and lifting weights won't help you because you don't know what you're doing. Yeah, you could be 15 and know what you're doing. You could be doing better than somebody who's 21 lifting weights if you had the right information and another person doesn't. So it's not necessarily about your age, it's about the knowledge. Do you have any idea what you're doing? Nate Robinson worked out when he was 9. How you know? Were you there when he did it, or did you read that somewhere online? Don't believe everything you read or hear. Believe what you see with your own 2 eyes. People always come to me and tell me what they heard some athlete was doing when he was young as justification for why they should be doing it, when it might not even be true. My books explain how to apply the information into basketball life. Well, read the book. Dude, read the book. He was ripped. I'm 14 lifting weights. My dad's my guy. That's what's up. There's a mental book applied to basketball. Read the book. Here's my principles on books. Any person that got to ask 2-3 questions before they buy a book, I don't even really need to talk to them. The book costs like $10. If you want to invest $10 into a book, then I can't even take you serious. I don't care what you do. How do you gain a bit more weight with fast metabolism? Eat more food. If you pay $10 for a book and you get $100,000 worth of information out of one paragraph in the book, then it was a good return on investment. Anybody who wouldn't invest money into buying a book, I don't even take those people seriously. I mean, I'll respond to your comments on Periscope, but I would never, those are not the type of people that I would have in my circle. It's just the way that I think. What's good? The one and only KJ. Now, I'm not married, but I am in a relationship. I don't have kids. All right, we wrapping this one up. Y'all can catch me on Snapchat at Dre Baldwin the rest of the day. Work on your game. Dre all day. Make sure you follow me on social media, Snapchat. You see it right there. The code's going to come up. Dre Baldwin. My Instagram is the same name, at Dre Baldwin. My Twitter and my Periscope, both at Dre All Day. Y'all know my website, DreAllDay.com. Any business inquiries, hit me via email, Dre@DreAllDay.com, or you can just send me a snap. Work on your game. Dre All Day.